right after Independence Day. And I'm here with Patrice, Papke. Patrice is a yoga instructor who I've had the good fortune of meeting, whose energy I have felt very strong. And Patrice has been working with me a little bit in understanding just what this Just Be It project is all about. And so she's had a taste of it, a feel for what this heart calling that I have is. And it's a heart calling that's certainly not original. There's nothing unique about it. But Just Be It is something that I'd like to speak to today. And I'd like to speak to it through your curiosity.
Okay.
So why don't you kind of speak a little bit to it, or ask questions about it? Is there something that has perked your curiosity?
Well, when you said it today, when we were just breathing, what we've come up with so far, the practice of gratitude and I better read it, and awareness in the present moment for the purpose of living well. I still like that a lot, and that it's feeling-based, not thought-based. But one part that seems to be missing in some of the things we've been talking about is the actual being it and whatever it is. For instance, you've talked to me before about when you're windsurfing, you be the wave, and that helps you to become part of the wave and be the experience.
So what is it? That, I think, is the core of what this is about. Because Paul Tillich, Christian theologian, has said, love is stronger than death. Okay? And Just Be It approaches this question grammatically, because it's looking at just the subject. Just the subject. And our culture, or the culture I have been raised in, my tribe in America, has functioned or taught me. So my experience is I am here, and that is that. Okay? I'm the subject that's being acted upon by the object. So Paul Tillich's crucial question is, where is God? Is God out there, up there, in here? So this affects how we approach our actions. Okay? If God is in here, in this pencil, in the conch shell, if God is in everything, we're talking about a big belonging outside of separation. And that affects so much in terms of how we move through our day, our relationships, so that if I think you're out there and I'm in here, I can't experience your divine. Guess what I would like you to speak to yourself as I say this is, what is that yoga experience about anyway?
The yoga experience. Yoga means so many things, and I know you know that. There's different. Yoga is a way to practice life, and the way, well, it's hard to say as well. Yoga is what makes you feel centered, or what makes you feel closer to God or the universe, however your beliefs are. And there's many different ways of getting to that end point. Many people feel they are closer to God, or they feel more centered if they do good works for other people, and that's karma yoga. Or people that meditate, that are completely still and can meditate, that brings them closer to God. So yoga is a practice of how you can be closer to God or the universe or be centered.
Let me ask you this then. Are you God?
I believe that. When you come right out and ask me, I hesitate, but I do believe God is in me as my soul.
I think this is what is my experience. Not often. That's why we say it's a practice.
Mm-hmm.
So through most of my day, as my wife will attest, I'm here, she's out there, and she's saying, what the heck are you doing? You certainly don't practice what you espouse to want to be. Mm-hmm. So I like when you talk about getting closer to your divine. And that's what I'm looking at with this practice. Not an end, but a sense that if I dedicate to gratitude, if I dedicate to the thought that I am you and you are me, I facilitate the feeling that my heart knows. My heart knows that I am you, you are me, and that is that, and I'm in the thatness of that. And that is what Just Be It is about, a full surrendered joining.
That we're connected.
We're connected. And this is not only ancient spiritual wisdom, where our spiritual masters tell us to love one another as ourselves, even our enemies. They're us. It breaks it down to what Paul Tillich says with fear or death, separation, versus love, joining. So am I moving to that greater consciousness experience of a bigger belonging? When I was little, I was in a tribe that said, well, believe what we believe, think what we think, and this will happen. And at that time, yeah, that makes sense. It was an easy life. I liked that life. Mm-hmm. It was just like the government is you can trust, the church, and that's a good belief system. But as time goes on, and I'm not saying it's the right thing, I'm just saying for me, what works is to go deeper and challenge and question what's presented and say, well, maybe let's go deeper. And that's what Just Be It is about, is challenging static notions of belief systems in faith that we are interconnected, and encourage to know that nothing is permanent. Change happens. And so it's about discipline and dedication to practice yoga, meditation, stewardship of body, mind, and spirit, community, nation, planet, knowing that we're all connected in this big belonging. So to experience the divine, I have found I need to break down the walls. And this is part of why Just Be It is just one little thing in this massive paradigm shift that's moving us as humanity to a different stage of consciousness where we come to see that we are each other, no matter what color skin, no matter what religion, no matter what country we come from, no matter whether we're human or non-human. There is an interconnection that goes to ancient spiritual tradition